I need to study how the fuck to remove these forks.
What you did?
Eh?
What you did already?
No, I didn't.
Oh, glee.
Okay, so we've got some new fork oil and some fork seals. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pop the caps off, drain the oil, take the damping rods out, remove the tube from the stanchion, give it a bit of a clean, pop the old seals off, pop the new ones on, put it back together, fill it up, and then we'll have a working front end again. So, stay tuned. Once it's finger loose, it's recommended to, also when you're taking the top cap off, never have it directly at your face because it is under tension and it can shoot out and break your teeth. So put a cloth over it and then turn it. Just an extra precaution that I like to take. And also very importantly, this part of the stanchion you don't ever want to scratch or dent because you will certainly get leaks. So also be very mindful of that when doing your forks. It also helps to have a mate, so we'll have each of you grab a fork and off you go.
Oh well, that one was a shitload easier to loosen than this one.
Actually start pouring. Jesus, look at this oil. Look at this oil.
It's like water.
I'm gonna also give it a few pumps so that all the juice can come out.
You're nasty. You're fucking nasty, bro. Fucking milking the thing.
13, eh? You big.
Show it the keys.
Is it a 13?
13 you mean?
13?
12 actually.
What about a 14?
No, it's not a 14, it's a 14.
What about a 14?
Fucking hell,
Hey?
fuck you. Yes, that's
Is
12.
that the one? Okay, yeah,
Shut
always
the
with those, no, you'll break those pinch bolts with that. Always with those pinch bolts, do a little bit, otherwise, because you can turn them almost infinitely, and then you turn the other one and the whole thing snaps on you. Okay, so Scotty's fork is extremely stubborn. So we're gonna have to put the triple clamp on it. I can hold the triple clamp, he can give it a bit of a turn, and then we can hopefully pop the cap free. Yes, that's good. Come. There we go. Science, motherfucker. Those are old pins?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Okay, so that one is not.
There you go.
Fucking A.
Use this to get it out, I mean. Is you. Okay.
You can see the seal coming up. You see?
Why does it smell nice?
It smells nice.
Like oil.
Yeah, it sort of smells like shit.
I'm also super chuffed. We've managed to acquire a new toy. This is our new parts washer, and it's really doing a great job of all this old, grimy, mucked up oil and chain lube and all this crap over the years. So if you're rebuilding motorbikes quite frequently, I highly suggest getting yourself one of these, because it's really made our lives better. So I went searching for a fork seal driver, and the shop down the road, which actually sells material, gave me this pipe, which is actually from a material roll, which fits exactly and does what we need it to do. So I'll use this to drive the fork seals on. Okay, so I've seated the seal just where it needs to go. Put the pipe on the top. Push. Driven down. I bent the snap ring slightly when taking it off, so I just want to make sure that it's flat. Itself. Be very careful not to scratch the fork stanchion. It's in there. What you have to do now is just drive that down. And that's found us. Next up, we want our dust cover. Slide this guy down. Lovely. So I've got this little bushing. It needs to go right at the end of the cartridge. So I'll do that now. That fits over there quite nicely. Also, you'll want to wind your preload all the way out for this. It just makes it significantly easier to get the top cap back on. And we can just hand tighten this guy. And there we have it. A fork assembly. We want to make sure that we pour it in slowly so that we don't get any air bubbles, or we can minimize the amount of air bubbles that get in. Alright, so obviously now we have to wait for the top triple, well obviously the frame, snug this in, top triple on, and then we can button all this up. But yeah, I think that's quite a decent bit of progress.